Hi, thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to talk about this sweetzrv palette. Is their back to school 18-pan eyeshadow palette that is pretty neutral. And if you like to see swatches of all these eyeshadows and get my take on this palette, please keep on watching, and thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to thumbs up this video for more reviews to come. Now this palette can be purchased at eyesweetzrv.com, or you can check any of your e.l.f. distributors if you are international and not in the US. And this is really inexpensive. When I saw a palette, when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, perfect back to school. Has a huge mirror. This is just great on the go. I was like, awesome. The pricing of this palette is like incredible because it's $8 and it's 18 shadows. The pans are like the size of what you would class as the MAC eyeshadows. So I was really intrigued, and even though I don't need another neutral eyeshadow palette, I thought I would still indulge and get it and see what's it like so that I can review it for you guys. And I was really thinking more back to school work appropriate, and boy was I right, because this palette is so perfect for back to school looks and for those quick everyday makeup look. Packaging wise and valued, I think the packaging is normal because this is from the Studio line. It is not, some people might say it's bulky. I don't think it's bad at all whatsoever. It feels a bit sturdy. It is not like cheaply made, but then it's not totally expensive, and you can always clean e.l.f. packaging by just taking a wet wipe or wet one and just wiping your palettes, and it's good to go. Well, however, in playing around with my shadow, my palettes, I did drop it, so 2 shadows broke. That's these 2 here, and I did try to press them, and they did work pretty well in terms of pressing, and I'm getting the consistency. I also did go ahead and purchase another one of these. I think packaging wise it's like a 4 to 5. It's just a basic e.l.f. Studio line product. The pans are the size of the MAC eyeshadows or the Beige Cosmetics single pan, or even the Coastal Scents, so that you can actually depot these if you have like a Z palette and want them out. I think the palette is good enough. It comes with a defining eyeshadow brush, and I misplaced mine already, but overall I do think from just looking at it, it looks like a pretty decent palette. $8 US, and internationally if you're in Trinidad you can check Steak, it's $75 TT, plus they always have sales going on, so definitely check them out. But check your local e.l.f. distributor, or even check if in the US. I don't think you can get these from like Target and Walmart that have e.l.f. stands. You definitely would need to check the e.l.f. website, and if you're not finding it, just go like in a section deals with palettes or back to school section. Now, like I said, this palette comes with a ginormous mirror, so I will try to be not blinding you or anything crazy as I go through it. So this is what the eyeshadows look like. All together they are neutral colors, and you do have a mixture of finishes, and that is so A++, because you want, when you pick up a palette, that you can get a variation. You can get your matte shadows, your shimmers, and your satin colors. Some of these are even metallic, so you get all the color range. I've noticed, however, almost all the colors in the face row seem to be either matte or satin. They're very soft and smooth, and they don't contain shimmer. The second row has more like shimmery colors going into the metallics, but the last row definitely has more metallic colors. Let's get on to the best part, which would be the shadows. So the swatches, so you can see the shadows. So just so you know, I did use this palette to create the look that I am rocking, and it's very quick and easy, and that's another plus that I love with this palette. So let's go with the matte colors, and yes, I am going to swatch all 18 eyeshadows. So we have this creamsicle. I love saying creamsicle. This cream color, it appears to be pretty matte, and then you have this kind of taupe color. Oh, I love this taupe color. Ugh. And then there's this other brown that it's like a neutral brown that does appear satin, and then you get a darker brown. So that's the four. And I think the first one more or less looks matte, the first and the second, but the last two here are definitely like satin colors, but they are extremely creamy. Alright, so that's what that first set looks like. Now you can see that this color here, and I actually have to play with it a bit more. This color is very like a nude, very skin tone-ish kind of color, so that you have to like build it up. So in that row, that's like the only one that's a little less pigmented, but all the others are truly pigmented. So that's this nice mauve kind of color. It is super gorgeous. Though it reminds me of color that is in the Laura Pro palette, the original. So then these two darker shades, that's how pigmented they are. Let's go into the second row, and you want to barely tap your fingers into those colors because they are like amazingly pigmented. So those are the next colors. Alright, so can you see? Now my hand has no primer or base, okay, on it. So I'm wiping off my hand. So the next set of colors would be this peachy color here, which appears to have some shimmer, but it also looks a little satin. So yeah, it has shimmer, but I'm not seeing the transfer. It almost is like a matte with shimmer, but it doesn't come off. Then one of the colors that I did drop, the color that I have on my lid, and then one of the other ones. So that's it there. Let's swatch. Yeah, that peachy color is not transferring a lot. So that's it there. Now I know you'd be like, oh my gosh, that doesn't look totally pigmented, but I don't think my lighting is doing justice. But these colors are so soft. I have no primer, no base, anything on my hand, and they actually, because of the sheen, you can look one way, and then when you look at change, like if I shake my hand, it looks like different. Like this color looks darker depending on like how I angle my, you know, my hand. Similarly with this color, and this color in particular, which I did smash, is like a plummy taupe color. It's like, these colors are like so unique. I've not seen colors like these from e.l.f. before. So then you have this kind of burnt color here, burnt brown. Then you have a little frosty kind of mauve, brown mauve kind of color. My description is out of the window right now. Then you have this dark frosted kind of color, but this one is more like, it has a sheen, maybe not as metallic as the others. And this one is downright, oh, this is such a gorgeous color. So if you have the, you know, where you live, you celebrate, you have the fall season, not celebrate, have the fall season, then this palette is going to be amazingly gorgeous for you. You can see those last colors are plummy and brown and a little rustic kind of warm colors. Oh, this is beautiful. And they are so pigmented. The last two colors, that's these two here. And that's them there. They are like the lighter ones in the row. Let's see where we're gonna swatch. Alright, you're gonna swatch here. So those are the last two. That's these two colors here. I'll just build it up a little bit more. The thing is, with these colors, you can actually build on them and get the impact or the effect that you would like to have. So you do get your like dark chocolate colors like these here, charcoal into like dark brown kind of colors that you can smoke out, and you have a lot of lighter shades. You have an awesome variety of lid colors, transition colors, and highlighting colors with different finishes. And all in all, you believe, when I saw this palette, I initially thought Maybelline the Nudes dupe, because it had to me very similar colors. And then I thought, Laura Pro palette, the original, and they do have very similar colors again. So I was pleasantly surprised with the quality of the shadows and also the wear of the shadows. And they wear well, they blend well, they're smooth and apply well to the lid. You don't get a lot of fallouts, and I was so excited with that, because a lot of times with e.l.f. eyeshadows it gets all messed up and all of that. So I generally do concealer after I do my eyes, but I did not get that fallout that I would usually get from a lot of inexpensive shadows. Even the Wet n Wild shadows have fallout. This palette didn't have. So to me, I think this palette could definitely be like the Laura Pro dupe palette, the original. Even Maybelline the Nudes, it can. I will definitely check and do maybe swatches or how similar. Let me thumbs up this video and leave your comments below. Let me know if you want me to do like comparison swatches of the two palettes, or even the three doing the Maybelline the Nudes. But I think for $8, and if you can get it on sale, because they usually have the 50% off on their site, you get it for $4. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a steal. I'm so happy that I decided to venture out and get this palette. The color peel off, I love the satin colors, they blend really well, and I just love this palette. I really do, and I would definitely recommend you. I know some of you will be like, oh my gosh, another nude palette. I don't need another one, and really and truly you don't. If you have like the Laura Pro dupe palette or the Laura Pro palette, Maybelline the Nudes, you could actually like this better than Maybelline the Nudes. The one from LA Colors that I have, if you love that, you're gonna love this. This is a really good palette. e.l.f. did really well. I'm not seeing a lot of people reviewing this palette, and I'm quite disappointed, because this, I think, is one of the best palettes that e.l.f. has actually come out with. The pans are like the MAC eyeshadow size, so you're getting a lot of product, and it also has a nice mixture of colors. You can go from smoky looks to really simple bare naked kind of looks, and then you have couple colors that will give you like a pop of color, like this color here, which is like a nice golden, like golden olive kind of color. Then you have this kind of shimmery, like nice wearable coppery color that has like a pinky tone. This one has a more mauvey kind of tone, taupe kind of color. These are amazing pigmentation, as you guys can see. I kind of cray swatches again there, but amazing palette. For me, quite frankly, I would want to give this palette almost a 5 out of 5. Giving it full may be that I'm doing injustice and saying there's nothing to improve, and really and truly I just wish like that taupe color could have been a little more pigmented. So all in all, because I don't want to be just hard on e.l.f., because I think they did an amazing job with this. This is a 4.75 palette, large mirror, good sturdy case, and labeling, they could have done a bit better. They could have put a bigger label, as usual with e.l.f. and these tiny silver labeling. It just says eyesliftface.com. They could have had the 18-piece eyeshadow. They could have put that there. 4.75 out of 5. I love this palette. This, I think, is going to be my new travel palette, my new go-to palette. I can see myself getting problems now to use some other palettes. This is you can create a complete look with this palette, and you know I love palettes I can get one complete look out of, and I just don't have to be dipping for shadows and all over areas. So this is gonna be, I think, in a couple other weekly baskets to come. I love it. Would recommend you guys to get it. If you have a lot of neutral palettes, should you get it? Yeah. I'm indulging you guys, I know, but I love it. I love it. To me, this is better than all those 28 neutral eyeshadow palettes, the 88 warm, all of those. This, I think, is really Lovely, lovely, lovely. And Elf, you did amazing with this. Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up for this palette. Like I said, I did purchase another one after I used it the first time, and I was like, oh, I love this. I did purchase another one to give to a friend who is traveling, and I know she's going to absolutely love this because she is a neutral girl also. Anyhow, I don't want to ramble more. I love this palette. Tell me if you want. I have a look with this, but if you want like a smoky, a bare eyes kind of, you know, almost no eyeshadow or no makeup kind of look, let me know. I'll do those for you guys. But thank you so much for watching. Hope that this review with swatches was helpful. Go get you some of this palette. Oh, I love this palette. 2 thumbs up. Thanks for watching.